standing, it could be a standing load of 120 with the standing load.
Wow.
And this right here is the handicap seat.
Oh.
And we have two. So a bus can carry two handicapped people with wheelchairs.
Very nice.
A bus driver should not turn down a wheelchair because it's federally funded. So if wheelchairs out there, people sitting here, the people got to get up.
Okay.
You gotta give up the seat.
Yeah.
Yes. Federal funded.
Oh.
So you can't never turn down.
Public-private partnerization. Didn't I tell you guys?
What was it called?
MTA. It's like public-private partnership. So in a way, you are like a federal employee, but you don't get the federal employee benefits because MTA receives money from the federal government.
Right.
How do you feel about that? Like being a federal employee, but like not being recognized as a federal employee.
Well, I would love to reap any benefits that I can because this job is stressful.
But if you get assaulted, isn't it a federal crime?
No, that's city.
City? Oh.
Yeah, because I'm a city employee.
So when you were assaulted in the past, I know you said you were assaulted 3 times. Did they get in trouble? Like city, like were they incarcerated? They have to pay a fine?
The first guy, well, they, both of them two guys got away. And one guy, the cops didn't even want to help him.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I felt really not respected.
When you're assaulted, do you think, not giving us too much information, but do you think like MTA, your job, they provide like enough time for you to rest, adequate like medical care assistance for you to recover from that injury or trauma that you experienced?
Well, they give you 2 years if you're assaulted to get over your injuries, and if you need more, then you will have to take it.
Okay.
You know, it's all a part of what you can do.
Can you ever really get over after being injured?
I'll be sleeping restlessly sometimes, so I don't know. My back is still hurting a little bit.
Wow.
So when I finish this job, maybe I'll, see what I can do to help myself.
So Stu's gonna show us the restroom that MTA employees use. So he pulled up and they have this train station. So you come here. So if you're ever curious to know what these different sections are, and here's the restroom right over here. And it's pretty clean. So this is the 3rd route we are about to start driving with Stu. It's been going strong. A group of people just left the bus. There's one bus in front of him, so it's like an assembly line. So a bus is in front of him. When that bus drives off, then it'll be Stu's turn to drive off. So a lot of people, as you can see, they're running to get on that bus in front. Closed? Are they open? Oh yeah.
So, but this is the
Best pizza.
one of the best pizzas. Margaritas in Queens on Guy Brewer and 163rd Street.
Yup.
It be 75 cents, but now pizza is $4 a slice.
What? Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot. 75 cents of $4. Inflation is real.
Yes.
So, Stu,
Yes.
we are on your lunch break. How long's your lunch break?
It's an hour.
Hour check-in.
5th trip.
5th trip, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine.
Feeling fine. Okay, so our next question. Do you think bus drivers need more protection?
I think there should be more laws that penalize people for assaulting bus drivers because people do it and they don't get the proper penalties.
Yeah, that's true.
So if they had stricter penalties, I think people would not really even think about doing it.
Yeah, and be more like, I guess, respectful too, since they know this could happen if they have those laws in place and protection. So what's the hardest thing about being a New York City bus operator?
Well, the hardest thing is patience because you are constantly challenged with challenged people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of mentally disturbed people. It's a lot of angry people. And you dealing with that firsthand.
Yeah.
So if you're a bus operator, I don't think when you get off the job, I don't like to be in public after that.
Oh, yeah. That's understandable because you're around a lot of people normally and you're hearing all this.
Right. I get really wore out at looking at people.
Yeah. So your social battery dies a little bit. It's dying after a while.
I think that makes your family suffer a little bit.
Oh,
Because your family want to go out, and you be like,
yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that perspective. So I guess advice to family members of New York City bus operators: go on a bus trip with them, work a whole shift, so that way they can see like a little bit what your lived experience is like to make it more understandable.
Yeah. But I don't see y'all here today. But I don't want to put y'all through the pain that I have to go through. So y'all go one trip, but I can't see y'all sitting 5-6 trips.
Oh,
because isn't it a little torture?
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
True.
So I mean, bus operators, I say a base salary is like $100,000. I think it should be more.
Yeah.
How much you think the base should be?
$150.
Yeah, 'cause it's a lot. Yeah. And they should give you benefits like grants and stuff to help you purchase your property. Every bus operator should own a property.
Oh, definitely.
Should own a property, and they should give you benefits to like help you with down payment and closing. They should give you tax abatement because they do it for others. And you guys, how many people do you transport a day?
I say at least 6,000.
Wow.
And you're responsible for all
That's
those.
a lot.
And
Wow.
you do it. Have you ever lost a passenger?
On the bus?
I had one lady fall.
Oh no.
No, but you didn't lose her.
Oh,
as
no.
far as, like,
I never got into a major accident.
To our next question, I know you were speaking about a lot of the challenges that you encounter and how your social battery dies. So what are like some mindfulness practices that you implement to try to maintain positive even when you're subjected to like verbal and sometimes physical abuse in your job?
A lot of times I'm sitting in that seat, but I'm not even there. I put my mind elsewhere. But I also have to watch my surroundings because, you know, but I do like phase out a little bit.
Did G say anything about wanting to be a New York City bus operator, and what's your opinions on that?
Well, I would choke G to become a bus driver like me because I want G to further his education and have other choices. You know, this wasn't my choice, but it worked out, and I want him to be able to make his choice.
Yeah.
And G is a chess player, and he's an A student, and you rub off on G.
Oh,
G
yeah.
He got it easy, so I want him to use these talents that he has to be just as good as my little Nia.
Oh, it's so sweet. Who knows? Maybe he could be like the director, CEO of MTA one day.
Yeah.
That would be nice. So how many years until you retire?
I have 3 more years to retire, and I'm counting every day.
What do you look forward to doing once you retire?
I'm looking forward to traveling a little more and not looking at a clock.
Okay. How many years do bus operators work before they can have the option to retire?
Well, it all according to age, because a lot of people come in at older age to do a second job.
Yeah.
So 5 years you vested, and 10 years I think you're able to keep partial medical.
And what does it mean when you say vested?
Vested mean that they can't just fire you.
Oh. Okay, so like you get job security.
Right.
So you need to do something like really serious after 5 years to get fired.
After 5 years, you have the option to take a year leave and come back. But before that, you wouldn't have options.
Okay. So Stu's gonna try and use some of his MTA nepotism, you can say. See if he could get some pizza early, because he's on his lunch break early and they don't open. Not ready? Oh, 10 o'clock, so it didn't work. They should do exceptions. Oh, fun question. What's your favorite thing about yourself?
My favorite thing about myself? My perseverance.
How hard is it to start working at transit for everyone interested in becoming an NYC MTA employee?
Well, I think it's difficult because it's time sensitive. They have no patience for no one that don't come on time. and they got sick control. It's you gotta structure yourself to be more time sensitive.
Yeah, so punctuality and time management is key. So if you want to work at transit, start building on those skills early on.
And therefore, a young person, it'll be even complicated.
Okay. And then the last question, what is the maximum amount of hours that you are allowed to drive the bus?
Well, this week I worked 80 hours.
Wow. Like, did you drive the bus for all 80 hours?
Well, my lunch, I have a 3-hour lunch.
Stu's MTA employee nepotism worked in our favor, guys. The pizza place doesn't open at 10, but Stu acts. He showed them the MTA outfit. And they let him in early, so that was really, really nice of him. Stu said this is the best pizza in New York. Did you meet Uniquely Mom on the bus?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
But we came back together when I met her back on the bus.
What does she look like when you met her?
Well, she just came from seeing the Black Panther. She was wearing a trench coat, a gray trench coat, and had a cane, and she was scaring me.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Our pizza's ready.
This is the pizza, 9 a.m. pizza. Looks very, very, very good. Look at that cheese. Okay. Oh, my cheese fell off. Oh God. So we are at the finish line for the questions. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, he's ready for this. So how many trips New York City bus operator typically do in a day?
Well, for this day, they got me doing 12 trips.
Wow. Okay, 12 trips.
6 and 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you know when you have to change shifts? Like if you work multiple buses in a day?
Well, we usually get a paddle, which is our scheduled assignments.
Oh, okay. It's like a piece of paper and it tells you where to go. It's very organized. So, interesting question. So, can you transfer to like a different department in a different state?
MTA New York drivers are really respected.
Yeah.
And when we put a resume somewhere else, we generally get the job.
Yeah, he has to pull up. If someone were to bring like a large item like a mattress on the bus, can you refuse to let them on?
Well, a large mattress will obstruct the airway. So anything that really obstructs people's movement, I will tell them no.
No, they can't bring it on. And then, is there a height requirement to become a New York City bus operator?
Well, I seen a person driving like this, so there's no height.
Wow. You get to keep the bus during your lunch break.
That's only if they have enough buses in the yard. If they don't, they usually tell you to bring your bus back.
Do you sleep? Like, do you get sleep in the city that never sleeps, known as New York City?
Well, I get sleep. Yes, I get sleep.
Do you like the job, and what do you like about it?
Well, I like that the job is almost going to be over in 3 years. So, yes, I'm very excited about the 3 years when it'll all be over.
Okay. Nice. So thank you so much for giving us an inside scoop and your take on working, what's it like to be a New York City Transit employee. It's a pleasure having you on the Uniquely Mia show today. And if you guys would like an update interview with Stu, perhaps in 3 years after you retire, let us know.
That
we
will
can do
be
it
on the beach.
Yeah, on the beach. Let us know, and we could do it again for you. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notifications. It was a pleasure interviewing you. Thank you again for being a willing participant.
Thank you.
Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see.